Welcome to HICGI News Agency.
HICGI News Agency Live. Welcome.
Agency, HICGI News Agency.
This is HICGI News Agency.
News Agency. This is HICGI News Agency.
News Agency Live.
We are live. HICGI News Agency. This is HICGI News Agency.
Welcome to the senior citizens talk of HICGI News Agency. My name is Kivumbi, Earnest Benjamin, with another doctor from Canada. All our viewers from Toronto to Miami, Florida, Chicago, Washington, D.C., coming down to Cape Town, South Sudan, Sydney, Australia, Moscow, St. Petersburg, and in North Korea, even those that are in Iran. The ceasefire is over, but we are anticipating a new ceasefire, probably a permanent ceasefire. Women are very significant assets in so many fields. They have unlimited potential that people have not discovered, but we're about seeing women excelling in military, business, education, and in several sectors. Tonight, we are joined by a clergy, a Pentecostal clergy, on the senior citizens talk of HICGI News Agency. Pastor Rose Mwesige, welcome to the senior citizens talk.
Thank you so much. It's good to meet you. My name is Rose Mwesige from Uganda.
What's the difference between Mwesige and Mwesige?
Mwesige comes from Toro, Fort Portal, and Mwesige comes from Mbarala.
But the name means what?
It is being faithful, being trustworthy, having integrity. That is the meaning of that name.
I love that character.
Yes.
You are a pastor.
Yes, I am.
But you were before a prominent business woman.
Exactly.
How did you switch from making money to coming to serving God?
I was so passionate about work, and I loved working. I still love working. I still work, because even ministry is also work, God's business.
Okay.
So it so happened that I was a very big businesswoman, and from my childhood, maybe from senior 4, seniors up to my college, I used to do some little businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So it so happened that as I was committed in church, Pentecostal church, my commitment did not hinder me to do my work. And I loved the Lord seriously. I served the Lord passionately, together with women in a redeemed Christ of Apostles. By then I got married.
Okay.
Getting married, I continued with my work, but as I was serving, I had that sort of balance.
How did you meet up with Mr. Mwesige?
Meeting him up when I was still a young woman. Since I was so committed in church work, I was so committed in church vicinity, evangelism, and so it so happened that our pastors took us out as it was a camp. It was a youth camp.
Youth camp?
Yes, it was a youth camp. So they got us some 3 days. By that camp was led by Apostle Alex Mitala.
Wow. And
so we went into that camp, had a wonderful times. In that camp, that gentleman saw me. So he tiptoed me for 1.5 years.
1.5 years?
Yes. So he came to our church, spoke to the pastors.
Before speaking to you? Or after speaking
Before speaking to me, he spoke to the pastors. The pastors are the ones who called me. And they told me that there's a certain gentleman here who's interested in you. So I said, no, me, I'm not getting married then, because I was like 20 and a half, 21.
Oh.
Yes, I was still young.
Okay.
But I was grown up in the spirit. I was a lady in the making.
Lady in the making.
Yes. And since I loved the Lord, I told them, please give me time. So he waited.
How much time did you want?
He waited for me for 1.5 years.
1.5 years.
Yes, some more 1.5 years. So that is how I picked on him, studied him, sought his pastors, found out who he was. I discovered that he was a committed man, loved the Lord, faithful as his name was. So that is how it happened that we got married in 1991.
1991.
35 years down the road with the 6 children.
How's the marriage?
Marriage is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What I learned in marriage is that you nullify every evil issue that comes your way. You nullify it. We don't harbor evil in your spirit. Wow. Love endures all things.
All things.
All things.
Even if they slap you.
Yeah, my husband could not even dare, because I was a humble woman.
Okay.
I was a woman with integrity, a woman who you could not find any cause of slapping me, because I loved him, I obeyed him, I did what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, that's it.
Wow. And now, how do you connect business and ministry? You traveled so much, and you do your trade.
Yeah, I was a very businesswoman who used to travel to Kenya, get that half bus, park that half, load that half bus side to bring goods to Uganda. I used to go to Dubai. I used to go to India. I used to go to Bangkok, Pakistan, Thailand. I used to get lots of travel those countries to bring some purchases here in Uganda. And it was a very prominent. I was aspiring because I had a shop at Mukwano. It was mine. I had a shop at Channel Street. At least it was not a full shop, but I was renting some big place. I had a shop behind Kivumbi Mills. It was mine, but I was also renting some other people. I had some good money.
Well,
by then, yes. Then it's happened that my papa, Bishop Dr. David Michael Chelsea,
Omega
Healing Center, he picked me up. He saw my commitment, my availability in church. I was a very good giver, and he picked up 6 missionaries to go and begin a church in Sweden. So I was one of them.
Okay.
I spoke to my husband. He accepted me.
So you leave your shops and
I left all my shops there. It was very challenging, but since I loved the Lord, I could not choose anything else rather than going out to find some other pasture to feed. I mean to pastor together with my other colleague I had been sent with. So I had to leave Uganda with my I left my home, my children, my husband. So I went to Sweden for 8.5 months.
8.5 months.
And you think it was a joke? It was a training ground. It was a training ground. It was really hard. So the weather was not conducive. You could take a bottle out full of water within 3 minutes. It could have iced. It was too cold in that it was difficult for us to penetrate, but by the grace of the Lord, I was able to penetrate. I used to go to streets and preach the gospel to those people who have the knives on their sides. I could go to the rail stations. I could give out flyers, brochures. I could go by God's grace, I did a lot of work in Sweden. More so reading the Bible, concentrating on studies, because we were also involved in some studies over there. So that is how I switched on from business to like 8.5 months total commitment to service. So from then I came back to Uganda.
You come back to Uganda?
I came back to Uganda. I was received my husband and my children.
After
8.5 months.
Wow.
By the time, when I went to my shops to check what was there, discovered that all my...
For more than 10 years, Kevin International Group has been your #1 partner in tours and travel consultancy. We also do real estate, legal services, ICT services, and much more. Find us on kebinternationalgroup.com or write to us at info@kebinternationalgroup.com. You may also write to us at PO Box 35827 Kampala, Uganda, or visit us on Namaswahi off Entebbe Highway. Call us on +256 200937566 or +256 3948632 or 46. Or you can send us a plus on WhatsApp on +256 752 1375 66. Cab International Group, your #1 real business partner.
My goods had been spent. The workers had left. They had misused the money. So I went into 7 days of total fasting and prayer.
Not eating, not
drinking.
Day and night.
But as I was on the 3rd day, I was asking the Lord, inquiring of Him, what else can I do? It's like, you took me to Sweden for a purpose. I'm back. I want to go back to my business. Which other business can I take on? So it so happened that I got 3 dreams. The first dream was about me having a microphone, and I was preaching to the people with my congregation having some English people. I told the Lord, no, it's not what I've inquired of you. I'm asking about what other business can I do? Which other step can I take? So as I slept, another dream came up. I saw myself in an auditorium as I was distributing some goods to vulnerable people. I was giving out, even I was working with the English people, giving out to village people who were disadvantaged in my vicinity, in a dream. Then I said, Lord, I'm asking for business. Tell me. So I got another 3rd dream. I saw someone coming from the technical sound room. He gave me a microphone. That auditorium was like KPC. It was completely empty, but it was full of lights. And they told me, this is your responsibility. That gentleman told me, get this microphone. It had a cover with a red top cover. He told me, this is your responsibility. This is your business. So from there, I went to Apostle Bunjo's conference. It was an encounter conference.
John Bunjo.
Apostle John Bunjo is my spiritual father from the age of 18 years.
Wow.
I fell into his hands when I had got born again. Okay. So he pastored me up to when I got married.
Wow.
So we went into that encounter, and it so happened that he came into my ear amidst God's presence as I was slain in His presence. He came into my ear and he told me, God has given you a very big ministry and responsibility for pastorship. And again, I fell into tears because I think that was the 4th confirmation. So after there, went out of the building. There's a certain pastor called Bishop Ronald Serwada from Masaka. He told me, you man, God has called you for ministry. I said, oh my God. There's another lady, as I was moving in a compound, she also came to me and told me, Rose, it is your time. I'm called Rose Mwesige. It is your time. By then I was not SARS. I said, oh my God. So I got some boldness, went to my pastor, spoke to him about what I had seen. And it's like my pastor told me it's not the right time.
Okay.
However much you're coming from Sweden, but it's not the right time. So I had to sit. But it's like I was like that chicken which wants to lay its egg somewhere. I was jumping up. I had made a budget. It's like I was feeling. I'd never heard of in our home. We have never had a pastor, even in our lineage, be it mother's side, be it father's side. But it's like I was going into something. Someone was pushing me to something I had never done, but I was going for it. I was ready for it. So when I spoke to my pastor, he told me it's not the right time. I had to sit. Amidst that passion, I had to sit. I continued with my ministry of leading women, because I led women in that church, Omega Healing Center, for 10 years.
10 years?
10 years. Because by the time I went there, the women's leader had passed on. So I put up those women who were scattered, and I gathered them. I told them, let's serve the Lord. We did a lot of work there at Omega League Center. So that is how I spoke to my pastor about the visions I see and the confirmations. So when it stopped me, I relaxed. I resumed ministry. But then after 2 years, again I had another dream. It came with these vehicle lights. They had the red lights, but eventually both of them switched on green.
Green.
And the voice said, it is your time to go into ministry. So I went back to my papa. Bishop Micah told him, Papa, this is what I had. And then he eventually told me, yeah, this is the right time. So he called us with my husband, prayed for us, amidst church service. And, the women loved me so much. They contributed 800,000. I bought chairs. Mama Christine Church, they gave me night benches and some other things. They came and accompanied me because my sister had seen me being ordained, and that there was a place which she had built. It was near us, in our home. It was near our home. And she told us that I saw you being ordained, and this place, the pastor has been there, has left the place. So you come and be there, be a pastor there. So it connected. It's easy. It was an easy connection. The other time, the 2 years, I was the one trying to look for wood, iron sheets, eucalyptus trees, so that I could put the higher place, higher ground, put some iron sheets so that I could make for myself. But these 2 years, it was automatic. Just came by God's grace. We are in an auditorium that was given to us by Mrs. Chamba de Margaret and her husband, not rent, officially with all the papers.
Wow, congratulations.
So that is how we came into ministry.
But I want to ask, what's the secret of obedience? Moments when maybe you could be married and your husband tells you, don't go to this place. It's, I must go. You could be having now a call in your life. You say, I'm ready now. I'm ready to serve. And then we've seen some people just starting ministry or churches without approval of their pastors. What was the secret about you to stay behind for more 2 years, even when you had seen those 4 dreams and confirmations?
Basically, when we were growing up, there's certain basic foundational principles that are supposed to be taught to ministers. As I was growing up at that age of 18, 19, my papa, Apostle John Binju, sat us down as young people. They used to train us what the benefits of obedience, the principles of integrity. They gave us a very good foundation. Righteousness was basically a principle that had to govern us. So it could not be a problem when I grew up. It was part and parcel of my life. Being righteous, having integrity, being obedient, even to my family setup. As I grew up, both of my parents used to sit us down. You're supposed to do this. Do it. If you have not done it, do it again. If you have not accomplished it well, do it even in the night. So basically, I had that good foundation. I think since I could also fear the Lord, because the fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
Wow.
So I think it was not difficult for me to obey, because it hurts. Obedience hurts, because it destroys all your pride. It shrinks all your decisions. But basically, when you get to know that when a higher person, when a higher authority speaks to you, you're supposed to listen, because that is where blessings come from. Yeah, if you listen and obey, you eat the good of the land.
During these times, while you are in ministry, what are some of the most impacting events or moments in your life while you're in ministry?
While I'm in ministry, the most impacting moments and times, the moment of seeking the Lord, they impact my life. It's happened that
Glovi Logistics Limited, your number one customs clearing and forwarding cargo consolidation warehouse company. We do air shipment, worldwide sea shipment, transportation, tax consultation. Glovi Logistics Limited is a competent company specializing in logistics clearing and forwarding services. We have the necessary skills and resources and partnerships to tackle sizable projects to our clients' satisfaction. We are located at Mganzaraza Plaza near the entrance of Katwe, Kampala, Uganda. Call us on +256 779 634 328 or +256 701 784 648, or visit our website glovylogistics.com or write to johnglovy@gmail.com. Glovy Logistics Limited, your number one clearing and forwarding company.
Welcome back from the short commercial break. We're still on the senior citizen stock of HICGI News Agency. This show is brought to you by KEB International Group. Those of you who want to tour the world, enjoy the world, yes, find KEB International Group on Namo Swahili code +256 773 1375 66. Yes, Pastor.
yes, of course, I'm 15 years old in ministry.
Okay.
I made it this year,
Wow.
and this very month,
wow,
April. I think it's a divine meeting.
divine meeting. Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The most impactful moment. Let me first talk about the most interesting.
Okay.
When we just joined ministry, it so happened that our church was visited by a certain ministry movement called Acrobatic Missions.
Okay.
And they came along with the leader, Bishop Emmanuel Nsubuga. Naja Nsubuga Musoke Emmanuel from Uganda. So this gentleman looked at me and he said, "You man, I've given you my beautiful Benz." I almost fainted. I came back to life. But people had to pick me up because I could not believe it was real. So in the morning, I told people, "You people come and accompany me." They've given me the keys of the Mercedes Benz Kajambia. So it's like I went with some people to help me pick it up. So reaching there, this gentleman was serious. He gave me the keys and he told me, "It is a steering, left drive steering, left hand." So immediately I switched on the engine. I said, "This man is going to remove this vehicle from me."
To change his mind.
He can easily change his mind. So I drove, and I even forgot the people I went with because I was it was very impactful. And they began calling us those pastors, the Benz pastors. It was very impactful. Ministry was almost about 3 months, and it was very exciting. It was one of the things that proved that God had called us. And he gave us what was necessary for us to use in that ministry.
Wow.
So another impactful moment, we have had in our church, we have had 2 corporate weddings. One of the corporate had 7 couples, and another corporate wedding had 8 couples. And all these couples, we hired Benzes. There were these women who sell on these small markets, but we made sure that their marriages could be sanctified. So the wedding was in the village, in a very big space, and the whole village, we had like the first one we had 1,500 people in a field.
Wow.
And this also was 1,200 people for the 8 couples.
Incredible.
So those were one of the exciting moments. And then that's why exciting moment is when I seek the Lord. When I seek the Lord, it rejuvenates my life. It's very impactful. I always come back when I'm powerful, strong. Another thing, evangelism excites me.
Okay.
When I go for evangelism, it's like someone has given me a gift. Of course, very, very many things go on happening, but the negative part of the impacts, challenging part is the last year, 2025, when I lost 2 people in our church.
Oh.
Not only 2, there were 7, but the 2 were the one passed on, the very, very powerful young man who used to play piano, he used to play bass guitar. He just had an accident on Sunday and passed on. We buried him on Tuesday, and then another elderly woman who was just across the road passed on the following day. And people began saying that woman has got a stick that kills people. She wants to get wealth. So it was a very challenging moment in ministry. And during that year, other 7 people passed on. That last year, it was very, very, very challenging year. Yeah, so those are some of the challenges. Some other challenges. Do you want me to give you more challenges in ministry?
It can inspire others to have some people get lessons from them. Because for us, when we look at you, we think pastors are angels. They don't get challenges.
We are not angels. We always get challenges. Now, as a woman pastor, the most challenging moment is that as you're bringing up your children, you need to balance ministry. You need to balance children. You need to balance your husband. You need to balance your home. And since I was a good leader, even when I came in my vicinity, people could pick me up. People could pick interest in me, and they could give me leadership. So it was a very challenging moment whereby, as an individual, when I commit to something, it is like the katang falls there. I totally commit. And it's like I had to lose some of the balancing of the home. My children needed me. I was always at church. I could come out of Sunday service. I could still love to see people, speak to people. Me, I love people. I love listening to them. I love having time with them. I love visiting them. So it's like I could not balance. And my home began shrinking.
Okay.
My husband began complaining. And my children began complaining. So that is a major challenge which I had. But then I went to call different conferences. I discovered that I needed to give time to my children, time to my husband, do what I'm supposed to do at home, complete everything, put them together, join church, get time back home. So I learned that it's no longer a challenge, because right now also my husband is part and parcel of ministry. When we are there, we are together.
Okay.
So what we eat there, we have eaten together. We come back together at home, except the times when I go for like what is this? Separating myself for prayer.
The power of memories has never been so meaningful than when time passes by. It's only in photography and videography that we can be able to tell what exactly happened in our lives. Do not lose the beautiful events of your life, from graduation to birthday parties, introduction ceremonies, parties that matter, wedding. All this and much more can be brought down into memories of photography and videography. At KEB International Group, we understand what it means to keep these memories. We are inviting you today to contact us for the best rates in town for your photography and videography events. +256 702 13 75 66 or +256 773 13 75 66. We will cover and reach you at any time, any part of the world. No matter the time, we are here to keep your memories alive. Okay, videography and photography, your number one events memories.
Fasting, but then I first inquire from him, and then most of the times he has no problem with it because he always sees the results when I come out of prayer. There's always a wonderful moment when God speaks and you see what he has spoken coming to pass.
It's such an incredible conversation we're still having with Pastor Mwesige. Balancing work ministry with other things that families need us. If we don't know, children need us.
Yeah,
It happened to Ben him also.
Mm-hmm.
He traveled all over the world that the family needed him.
Mm-hmm.
And then after some time and got challenges,
Mm-hmm.
he came back and had to marry his wife again. So I'm sorry. Yeah. I gave a lot of time to people, to the world, and I never gave time to you. So that's something to learn from all of us.
Yes.
Yeah. And as we prepare to wind up, there is a vision that you've shared with me about this call about women and the elderly. Could you please tell us about this call?
Yeah, I have two visions that are really eating up my life. The first vision is about the children who are growing up and the challenges they get, especially the children on the streets, the children who are vulnerable, the orphans. I'm so concerned about their how their future is going to work out when they have no one to care about them. And I always think about them. And then the last thing that has been haunting me is elderly people. Because as I was growing up in ministry, as I had just been I just got saved. I used to go out preaching the gospel with elderly women. They used to balance the youth with the elderly. So we used to preach together the gospel. I picked up on them. I picked interest on them. I loved the elderly. And in ministry, as I came to, before even I came to Kingdom Authority, because our church is called Kingdom Authority, International Ministries, we were at Omega. We began doing Love in Action every 24th of December. So I picked it up, brought it to our church. But before even that, we could go to the villages, vicinities, and we could see those young, elderly women, elderly men who were vulnerable. No, the people, their children had dumped them there. No one cared. They used to live in a very dirty place. Some of them could even urinate. Some of them could have no one to give them food. And my heart really got concerned about this. How they could finish up the rest of the years. without people taking care of them. So I picked up that interest. I said, how could we help? I always hear about people going out of Uganda to go and take care of those elderly homes.
Sometimes they're called caregivers.
Caregivers. So I said, couldn't it happen in a nation? Since right now, elderly people have been neglected in villages. They have no one to be. They live in a very, very bad thatched houses. And I said, oh my God, couldn't we think about in Uganda having a home for the elderly so that they could end up their lives when they have got good medication, when they have got good. Most of the things I thought about was when our elderly are about to pass on, they have no one to leave the mantle of life with because they have been neglected. So their hearts are broken. They shrink into their hearts, and it's like they have no one to bless. You remember when Jacob was about to die in Genesis chapter 49, he called on his children and he began blessing them. He spoke to them what their future could be. But in our generation, our parents, as they are aging, they have no one around them. People are too busy.
They're too busy.
They are too busy. No one comes and spends like even 2 days saying, Mama, how can I help you? Papa, how can I help you? Can I take you to hospital? In Uganda, it is rare. So I thought about how could help these women and men finish up their journey of life when they have not left a curse in their families. I thought about making a home for them where they could get good medication, where they could eat well at the right time, being taken, because when someone gets old, they go back like as if they are babies.
True.
So they need someone around. They need to speak some secrets to someone. They need to express their feelings. But look, there's no one. The nation has become too busy. So I said, oh my God, how could we? It has been eating me up for 2 years. That's when I said, no, let me look for Benjamin, Mr. Kivumbi, so that we could know how we could go about it.
You told me you want 30 acres of land to have this village for the elderly.
Yes, I went to Kenya and I benchmarked an elderly home. I found out that they had a temple on the ground. They had fields where they planted matoke, all other foods, cassava, lumonde, fruits, and they had center dining hall. They had rooms. Every person could have their private room with TV, with bathroom.
Kenya has it.
Kenya has it. Kenya has it. I benchmarked it. So I thought about, and then I saw their fields. Some of them could, in their wheelchairs, they could be able to throw some balls, have some plays, have some beautiful compound with trees. They could have that fresh air. So I thought about 30 acres of land. Some of them with the food, some of them with fruits, some of them with cattle, some of them with the chicken, some of the acres with the just compound, and their bedrooms, the men's side, the women's side, the temple side, the hospital facility, the swimming pool for those who could be able to swim, because it doesn't mean that when an elder of 70 is that age cannot swim. They can. Even the physiotherapy room, vicinity, the small hospital just on the ground there. So I said, no, I think some people could think like me in those nations out there. It may be a government facility. It may be partners. It may be an organization.
Katubanjulire kisa kya Mukama Cleaning Services tulongoosa peva, amategula, tiles, terrazzo, endabirwamu, sofa sets, emifaliso, bed covers, carpets, tuwoza engoye, landscaping, building renovation, fumigation, tulongoosa bank, ebizimbe binene, industrial buildings, hospitals, hotels, schools, n'amakanisa. Tusange ensambya kwa Ave Maria ng'okkirira ku Mubaraka mu maaso ga Haki Petrol Station. Essimu yaffe eri noti 755-35-93-59 ne noti 788-35-93-59 ku website www.kisakyamukamacleaningservices.com ne ku social media platforms zonna Kisa kya Mukama Cleaning Services. Bazze tulongoosa.
We are really thinking about how the elder can accomplish the 4-5 years staying when he still has that opportunity to live happily, and he ends up not in a bad state.
So you need partners to stand with you, to
stand with us, to accomplish this dream. In Uganda, it is not there. If it is there, it is just someone having like 7 of them in a home. But me, I'm looking at 200. I'm looking at 300. And those 30 acres, it's just a beginning.
Just a beginning.
Just a beginning. Because you're looking at 100 acres with that vision of the orphanage, the schools, with universities, with Bible colleges. We're also looking at that wing. But right now, my focus is upon the elderly. I feel I love to serve these, what are they called? Citizens. Or
senior citizens.
Senior citizens.
Just like us.
Yes. They have no one to call, they love to call someone Mama, Papa. They love to be tapped on. They love to be smeared jelly. They love to be done massage. They love to, when that person looks into your eyes. Me, when I look at another person and I look into their eyes, I'm seeing, I always see desperate.
Welcome to Princess Branding Services. Do you have a party, introduction, or you have lost a loved one and you intend to do burial branding? At Princess Branding Services, they do branding for baby shower, political rallies, and all kinds of celebrations and functions. Contact us for great and friendly, affordable prices. We will brand your t-shirts, capes, bottles, umbrellas, photos, bags, frames, and much more. Contact us on the number on your screen. +256 783 20 95 79 or +256 744 580326. Email princessbranding256@gmail.com.
Please, there is that as if they're beckoning. Please give me time. Please, I want to be with you. Please, I want to sit with you. Please, I want to speak to you. You hear that beckoning in their minds, in their hearts. So it's my desire that you cause them to end up well, because they have no other days to live when they're happy, apart from the one who has the spirit of committing to that vision.
It's a great vision. And we should act that vision.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that you would like to say as we wind up our show tonight?
Dear viewers, it's a great opportunity for us to have such a talk. I want to appreciate you so much
Thank you
for such an opportunity. And I would love to speak to the whole of viewers right outside there. One thing I got to know is that the best achievement in life is to benefit others.
Wow.
When you benefit someone, you have achieved. Your success is to put a smile on someone's face. Your success is to see someone going ahead in a better way. Your success to wipe someone's tears. Yeah, to give someone a hand like Jesus did. It said in Matthew 25 that you people, I was hungry, you did not feed me.
Ffe bakimbowa concrete products nga tusangibwa wano e Nakawuka Mpumudde nga tukola buli concrete work yenna abeetaaze pavers ez'omulembe ole bricks mu size zonna tulinako inchi 4 inchi 5 inchi 6 ne inchi 8 e Nakawuka Mpumudde okunana ne Health Center 3 era nga products zaffe ziri ku miwendo emirungi ddala tuzitunda okusinziira mu mitendera. Inchi 4 ina price yayo ennungi, ne inchi 5 ne inchi 6 ne inchi 8. Osobola tufuna ku masimu gaffe wano wammanga 075 25 87 48 n'endala era nayo Airtel 0703 98 66 84.
Thirsty, you did not give me some.
Scripture.
You people, I was naked, you did not clothe me. You people, I was in prison, you did not visit me. And the people asked, where could we find you? And Jesus said, if you did it to those people, well, for him, then you have done it to me. So God bless you as you join us in this wonderful partnership, in this wonderful vision, as we love God's people. When you love God's people, you have loved God. God bless you.
You can share your telephone number. You can begin with +256. Maybe someone watching can partner.
Once again, I'm called Rose Mwesige, Uganda, Ndeje Zanta. My telephone number is 772 +256 772 455 347. And Airtel +256 702 256 151. And my son's number, my firstborn's number, I'm Mwanguzi 0702 683 400. Yeah, my husband's number is 0753 455 347. We are residents of Ndeje Zanta. God bless you. Hope to see you. Kingdom Authority Church is our church.
It's been a pleasure speaking to you,
Amen.
Pastor Rose Mwesige, on the Senior Citizens Talk of HICG News Agency. Until next time, my name is Kivumbi, Earnest, Benjamin, with an honorary doctorate. This show is brought to you by CABE International Group. Those who want to travel the world, please call +256 773 1375 66. On the camera today has been Higa Jared, and the light is Durham. Until next time.
The Senior Citizens Talk is brought to you by Africa at Heart, Heal the Planet Global Organization, HICG News Agency. Subscribe right now to get our latest updates sent you every single Sunday. Don't forget also the Talk to the World show that is running every Thursday at 4 p.m. Subscribe here on YouTube and make your notification bell right here, HICGI News Agency. Visit us on HICGINewsagency.com and find us on all social media platforms on X, call it Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. HICGI News Agency. Subscribe now.